Hey everybody, it's June 2nd, about 3:30 in the afternoon. I was just looking in my machine learning instance to answer a question for a colleague of mine. I'm just actually launching the studio, and the question is, how do you deploy notebooks on a cluster? And there's a couple different ways you can think about this, but I'll just take you through. You could obviously do this scripted, but I'm just doing this through the UI. So I'm just going to create a new training cluster, and I'm going to set up a virtual machine. Now, actually, I don't know the answer about GPU because you'll notice I don't have enough credits for GPU here. But just for this work today, I'm just going to grab the defaults here. I'm going to call this compute cluster demo 6. Compute demo 6, and I'm going to put a minimum node of 0, and 25 is the maximum I can put in here. And I'm going to go ahead and create that. And so it's creating that cluster right now. And if you looked here, I could also create a compute instance, right? So just a single virtual machine. I'm going to cancel out of that. I could also, and I did compute cluster, which you can see is created right now. I could do an inference cluster, and I don't have one now, but I'm just going to do one in the US here. And it's having a problem with this. Actually, I said a problem with this earlier. I'm not entirely sure the problem. Or I could do attached compute. So I could do a virtual machine, Azure Databricks, lots of stuff. Let's go back to my compute details, and here is my cluster. Here are the nodes, and I'm going to go home here. And now when I'm looking at notebooks, I can say do notebooks here, I can do notebooks here. And just remember that when you're talking about a notebook, and I'm going to call this, I think we called it demo 6. I'm going to create that, and then we're just going to select the compute that it is going to run on here, which is the compute we just created. Looks like it's taking a little bit of time here. Doesn't seem to find my compute. I wonder if I started that compute. Anyway, hope that helps. That's the user experience that you guys were talking about. I'm not sure that's the problem that we want to solve, but there you go. So.